Ever sit down to work or relax, and 5 minutes later, you're scrolling your phone, checking your emails, or watching a random video about how toothpaste was invented? You're not alone. Welcome back to Psyche Unveiled. Distraction has become the norm, not the exception. And while it might feel like you're just bad at focusing, the truth is, your brain is wired for distraction. But there's hope. And today we'll break down why that happens and how you can stop the spiral of overthinking and distraction before it takes over. Let's slow things down and look at what's really happening when we feel constantly distracted or stuck in our thoughts. In today's world, distraction isn't a glitch. It's baked into the system. Notifications, emails, news feeds, advertisements, they're all competing for your attention. But external distractions are only half the story. What's even more disruptive? Internal distractions. That steady stream of self-talk running in the background. Did I reply to that email correctly? What did they mean by that message? Why didn't I speak up in that meeting? These aren't just passing thoughts, they're loops. And once you're in a loop, you're no longer present. You're not where your body is. You're stuck in a mental rehearsal or review session that no one asked for. This is overthinking, and it can be paralyzing. We replay conversations, predict future failures, obsess over decisions, or try to solve emotions that can't be solved, only felt. Overthinking might sound like a productivity issue, but it's deeper. It's a form of cognitive avoidance. We're trying to control the future, avoid mistakes, or protect ourselves from regret by thinking more. But ironically, this overthinking creates stress, fatigue, indecision, and even anxiety. And what do we do when the thinking gets too loud? We reach for distractions, scrolling, snacking, checking emails, multitasking, anything to give the brain a quick escape. That's how distraction and overthinking reinforce each other. One triggers the other, and we spin in circles. The end result? Mental fatigue, lowered self-confidence, and a feeling that time is slipping away, because it is. So this isn't about blaming yourself for being unfocused. It's about recognizing that your brain is doing what it was designed to do. Avoid discomfort and seek fast relief. But here's the truth. Fast relief isn't the same as true calm. Let's talk about your brain. Not in a textbook way, but in a real-life, why can't I just focus kind of way. First, meet your prefrontal cortex. This is the part of your brain right behind your forehead. It's responsible for focus, decision-making, planning, and self-control. It's basically the CEO of your brain. But like any CEO, it gets tired. And when it does, your brain starts outsourcing decisions to older, faster systems that don't always have your long-term goals in mind. Enter the limbic system, your emotional brain, specifically the amygdala, which acts like a threat detector. It's always scanning for danger, discomfort, or anything that feels off. In the past, it helped you avoid tigers. Today, it gets triggered by awkward emails, traffic, or the pressure to be always on. When it senses stress, it hijacks your attention and sends you looking for safety. And that often looks like checking your phone, snacking, or jumping into busy work. But there's another player here, dopamine. Dopamine is the brain's reward chemical. Every time you check your phone and see a new message or scroll through a feed, your brain gives you a hit of dopamine. That feels good temporarily. So the brain remembers. That worked. Do it again. Over time, we're not distracted by accident. We're being trained to be. And it's not just social media. Our brains love novelty. A new idea, a new email, a new app, even a new worry, all give you a little spike, which means your brain isn't always trying to help you focus. Sometimes it's chasing the next tiny reward. Now let's talk about overthinking from a brain science point of view. Overthinking activates the default mode network, a network in your brain that kicks in when you're not focused on the outside world. It's great for imagination, creativity, even moral reasoning. But when it runs unchecked, it becomes a loop of self-referential thinking. That's when you start replaying conversations, doubting your decisions, or worrying about the future. So now imagine this cycle. 1. Your prefrontal cortex gets tired or overwhelmed. 2. Your emotional brain takes over, sensing discomfort. 3. Your brain starts overthinking to find safety or control. 4. That creates stress, which makes your focus worse. 5. You seek dopamine through distraction. 6. And the cycle repeats. But here's the good news. Your brain isn't broken. This is what it was built to do. Your focus isn't failing. It's being hijacked by natural, automatic systems. The key is not to fight these systems, but to work with them. To create patterns, environments, and habits that make it easier to stay present, redirect your attention, and break the cycle of distraction and overthinking. By now, we understand that distraction isn't just about willpower, and overthinking isn't just a bad habit. These are patterns built into the way our brains operate, but that means we can outsmart them using simple, proven tools rooted in psychology. Let's go through a few powerful ones you can start using today. 1. The 5-minute focus rule. When you're struggling to start something, maybe it's writing, studying, or replying to that one difficult email, tell yourself this: I'll do just 5 minutes. This technique is based on behavioral activation. It works because starting is usually the hardest part. Once you're in motion, your brain catches up. Even if you stop after 5 minutes, you've still moved forward. And most of the time, you'll keep going. 2. The mental parking lot. Your brain gets distracted by thoughts that feel urgent, but most of them aren't. The mental parking lot is a simple notebook, app, or even sticky note where you write down those thoughts as they pop up. Buy milk, call mom, research Icelandic moss skincare. When the brain knows the thought is stored somewhere, it stops nagging you. This calms the default mode network and frees up space for focus. 3. Create micro-commitments. Instead of thinking, I need to finish this entire task, shrink the challenge. Commit to writing just 1 paragraph, reviewing just 1 slide, or reading just 2 pages. Psychologists call this implementation intention, and it increases follow-through dramatically. You reduce mental resistance by making the next step easy and specific. 4. Name the distraction, reclaim attention. The moment you realize your mind has wandered, don't shame yourself. Just say silently, I got distracted. Naming the mental state creates meta-awareness, a key part of mindfulness. It's like switching from being in the movie of your thoughts to watching it. That tiny shift gives you power to choose where your attention goes next. 5. Use the environment as a silent partner. One of the most underrated tools is your physical environment. If your phone is on your desk, it will interrupt you. If your workspace is cluttered, your mind will mirror that. Try setting up what's called a distraction-free zone. Put your phone in another room or turn on focus mode. Keep only the items you need for your task in front of you. Use noise-canceling headphones or calming background music. Your environment can either invite distraction or protect your focus. Make it work for you. 6. Celebrate small wins. Your brain responds to rewards. When you finish a task, even a small one, acknowledge it. Take a breath, stretch, or check it off your list. This reinforces the behavior and builds a positive feedback loop. It's not about being productive all day. It's about building trust with your brain that focus feels good. The point? You don't need to completely shut out the world to regain focus. You just need to make a few small, intentional changes. These tools are psychological nudges, gentle but powerful ways to guide your brain back home, to the present moment. Remember, focus isn't something you have or don't have. It's a skill you can train, one moment at a time. Think of it like this. Your attention is like a muscle. The more you train it, the better it gets. Next are some suggestions to get you started in training your focus. Micro meditations. Close your eyes and breathe for 60 seconds. Don't worry about doing it perfectly. Just show up. Single tasking. Do one thing at a time. Eat without watching something. Walk without your phone. Be fully present. Journaling. Spend 5 minutes each evening jotting down your thoughts. It helps you release them instead of letting them swirl overnight. Each of these builds what psychologists call cognitive flexibility, your ability to shift your thoughts without getting stuck in loops. Distraction isn't your fault, but your response to it is your responsibility. Your brain was never designed for the world we live in today, but that doesn't mean you're powerless. When you understand how distraction and overthinking work, you can change how you respond. Start small. Pick just one strategy from today and try it for 7 days. Observe what happens. Your brain learns through repetition, not intensity. The most powerful thing you can do isn't to eliminate distraction forever. It's to notice it, Gently pull yourself back and try again. Every moment you catch your mind wandering and return to the present, you're rewiring your brain. You're not broken. You're human. And the more you practice awareness, the more peace you'll find. Thanks for watching. If this helped, hit like and subscribe for more simple, science-backed tools to reclaim your mind.